Green Factor title card. Green Factor title cards. I have come accustomed to enjoying because of the uniqueness and like just behind it because I love Screen Factor movies and stuff like that. So yeah, the collector 3 out on Blu-ray now. Type of like shot pan type of scene across the camera, which I thought was pretty cool. But it was really just the introduction behind the film, which I enjoyed. Basically explaining how the history of the screen standing, you get the like whole ambience of the theme of what the film's about, which Diary of a Madman stops the blends story of love, see theater, and it was yellow, sort of like this type background of the title card is red, which is unique because it's multicolored. So we got a yellow title card along with red, which blends colors, which is unique. What he says, wherever the secret begins, that's where the horror begins. Would you like to know the secret of where the horror begins? You know, him wearing another one of his suits and like his magician looking type of hat. You know, this is something we've become accustomed to throughout his whole career. Well, I have watching his films. I've become accustomed to him always wearing the hats and suits. At this point, it's his trademark. It's like how a lot of people will wear coats, jackets, hats, all that. It's great though. It'll lead us into the horrors of evil, where you two will be possessed by death as well, which I thought was interesting. By the way, I want to wish every dad out there happy Father's Day. You deserve it. It's your day. I feel like it's a great tradition that we celebrate, fathers every month in June. But I'm not gonna regurgitate this or anything, but yeah, I enjoyed it. By the way, I am fried and I'm still hungover, so don't mind me. Little fires as well, where a ghost, like a shadowy, like hallucinative, kinda in a way as well, shows up on like a screen, which I thought was rather intriguing. I also liked when he was like, cause he killed her in the beginning. Also like when like the sculpture of that girl, he like in the beginning with the blue fit and the hat on her head. I very much like, cause he's an artist, so he paints. I like that he like I don't know how that happened, but like the sculpting of her like face, I like how he like peels it apart and then it reveals like the remains of her face. That was done very well, very competent, very creative, different, unique. I'm not gonna regurgitate that though, but like I said, I want to take some inspiration from Logan Paul. I'm not a fan of his, but everything he does within his life, on his channel, or with his brand, I want to kind of do something similar to elevate my. When he had the eye kind of wide up, close up on the camera, like kind of like staring with the eye wide open, despite the body being dead. Then we have like this blue cloth. I'm trying to have an inside voice. This blue cloth floating around in the background. Then we get a great scene where he throws the cloth away. Well, incessantly he buries the cloth. That's what he did, which is intriguing, to say the least bit. I enjoyed that. Came off very interesting, realistic, very genuine. That's when we got another title card for the diary. I mean, over Madman, the story basically, which, you know, is pretty great. There's not much to really go over, critique, talk about in that instance. You know, I've said all I had to say as far as that goes. Dropping the gun on the floor and his most chilling, portraying movie ever. I'd agree with that. This was definitely one of those type of films for sure. What the fuck? Yo, he was chasing the gun around. I'm like, what was going on there? That had me kind of like cat and mouse game with the gun. And a sequence which was rather very endearing, very genuine, very realistic. A sequence I very much rather enjoyed because the whole ambiance behind it, the whole committedness behind it. That's also like, I'd say there's a comedy element to that, which you rarely see that out of Vincent Price. That like comedy type of element within a horror film, story-wise, or I mean, I think he's sort of funny in certain ways. Still, you rarely see that. He plays those committed, serious roles majority of the time. So to see that, I thought it was very comical. I'm not gonna regurgitate much or oversay stuff, but yeah, I thought it was good. Essentially, it's a scene with him talking to himself or somebody talking to him saying, you were gonna kill her or you're gonna kill yourself, which is like, I can't. He's like, in a moment of dialogue that came off realistic, genuine, great, honest, where it's like, I can't kill again. In a scene with self-awareness, you know, that I regretted what I did before, so I can't really take that risk of this time being caught, seen, knowing such a thing again, and the pressure and the anxiety and just the whole allure and the ambiance behind a lot that comes with that, within that. So it's like, yeah, thought that was brilliant, to say the least bit. Beaming from Vincent Price's eyes, like blue, like pinned across their, like his eyelids, like it almost looks like a scanner for the eyes, like whatever you want to call it. I thought that was brilliant, very, very brilliant. That's something else I'm not gonna regurgitate, but I do want to kind of like, I don't know. I thought like even in that he was committed to the role very, very much. And that girl from the beginning, they're talking about yada yada as Dewey comes into his life. You can definitely tell like he's, oh damn, my voice is starting to crack. You could definitely tell like he's endured to this woman and this woman's endured to him, despite in the beginning him trying to kill her for like unpurposeful, unknowledgeable reasons of knowing. I like how classy she looks, in her dress. Classy she looks, in her dress. Like the little dress shirt, hat, fancy classy hat. Little dress shirt, hat, fancy classy hat. The ambiance of the looks kind of resembles that of what Vincent Price is trying to do, you feel me? How he's dressing classy, she's dressing classy. That caters towards reality, you feel me? I'm not going to regurgitate that statement or retract that statement. I stand on that. Very much interesting. Like moment of dialogue where he said, a laughing lady used to laugh with or with her clothes on. I thought that was funny. Like another funny moment in the film, to say the least. Then we see her like taking her dress down just a little bit for a little photo shoot. It was really still not like considered nudity, because it was like it just halfway down, like not even all the way. So that's why I say like paternally. I mean partially. I don't know where paternally came, but yeah, it was like partially explicit. Not even all the way explicit. But that was interesting. This dude and Vincent's talking to this other dude, where he's like, it's great. The deadpanning look on his face is phenomenal. Then he breaks into like that little smiling and this and that when explaining such and such. The chemistry between everybody in this scene, throughout every scene, is on the off the charts. Amazing. I enjoyed it. But it was. For sure. That's when we had the title card for the second time, 2 times. I don't get why they did that. And Vincent Price was walking somewhere in the scene, which I thought was interesting. I couldn't critique or tell you where exactly he's on his way to or walking to exactly. But still, some interesting scene, to say the least. But very much enjoyed that aspect. Still, just getting to see him walk or whatever. Stuff showing up again, which was great. Very good. For sure. Woman, oh, he wasn't trying to kill that one girl, but that's when that woman in that purple outfit mistakenly opened the door. Here's how I look at it. I'm looking at it like from two ways. Either her thinking it's somebody completely different, or her knowing and having knowledge and self-awareness of knowing it was Vincent Price coming inside the house, but still not being prepared for what was going to happen next. So that unpreparedness, and how they would say in wrestling sometimes too, you know, it coming from anywhere, like anything could happen from anywhere, anytime, any place, sort of thing. That whole cliche. Thought it was great though. And Vincent Price and some older man talking about how he tried to kill both of them in a scene that came off real honest, genuine. I thought that was pretty intriguing too. The whole ambiance, the whole allure. Just this whole movie is full of beautiful dialogue, beautiful cinematography, beautiful chemistry, beautiful dialogue, beautifully produced, beautifully directed, just everything. With Vincent Price standing directly near a fire. This wouldn't be the first time. I like when they... Okay. Same thing when it goes back to the Mark Henry stage in his retirement. I'm trying to like make a comparison to wrestling when they use something from the past, brought it in. And then most recently for AJ Styles, when they faked his retirement, they hit into the I Quit match as a side story for Cody. I like when they dig into the past and take a sequence or a scene and make it fresh and new and bring in what happened before to make it still feel relevant till now. That was pretty intriguing because it wasn't the first time we had seen Vincent Price near a fire, by a fire, in a fire-ish sort of scene. So yeah, I like that. What's new, it can become, what's old could become new again. You know what they say? Especially if you haven't done it in so long, or it's only been done once before, like, that's still considered fresh and new, honestly. Coming with the receipts from the Dome piece, you know, all you gotta think is how to be creative when conversating, how to piece stuff together, how to put words together, or how to take from other situations and put it into what you're talking about. Boom. And then it creates not just random thoughts, but facts. I'm just hitting you guys with straight facts. That's all. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Clear share, range of emotion shown. For the fact that there wasn't no sex in it and none of that. For the fact like it was more catered to the story. And what else I like about it is unlike a Desperation or Halloween 3, 5 or Creepshow, there's characters I actually was captivated by. Yeah, sure, I wasn't familiar with a lot of these cast members or characters, but at least they caught my attention. They held my attention. I'm not gonna lie though, I was kind of sound asleep. I mean, I was still able to critique it and stuff like that from the trailer. I was watching, but I wasn't because I was out from being tipsy and high all at once. So, yeah. And I still am lit right now, so, yeah. That was very, very captivating. Sure. I definitely say it's one of Vincent Price's better films in the 60s. Sure. Definitely up there with A Pit in the Pendulum, The Raven. The Raven, boy, that shit. That was something else. That was crazy. But they're like, as far as cinematography, cast, characters, story development, they definitely, certainly, I'd say they go hand in hand. They go neck and neck together. Sure. As far as story, cinematography, competent directing, competent producing, cast members. Although some of them I'm not familiar with, but still they go hand in hand, neck and neck. Sure. I definitely say that. For sure. Of course, Desperation, Halloween 3, 5, and Creepshow lack any creativeness, lack any story, any of that. But I'm gonna get off this live. I love you guys. Peace.